From India to the world, the epic journey of Buddhism. Embark on a captivating journey through time as we explore the incredible spread of Buddhism, from its humble beginnings in India to its profound influence across the globe. Discover how this ancient philosophy transformed cultures and continues to inspire millions today. Buddhism emerged as a transformative force in Asia, a profound philosophical and spiritual movement. It began in northeastern India during a time of major social change. This remarkable spiritual journey started between the late 6th and early 4th centuries BCE. This era was marked by deep philosophical inquiry and social change. Several important religious sects were developing, including the Ajivikas and Jains. Buddhism arose amidst this intense religious activity and philosophical exploration. Siddhartha Gautama, Buddhism's founder, lived during the 5th century BC. His journey included leaving his royal palace at 29 and practicing asceticism for 6 years. Gautama attained enlightenment at 35 and taught for 45 years until his death. The Indian subcontinent's geography played a crucial role in Buddhism's initial spread. Interconnected river valleys and trade routes helped transmit Buddhist teachings quickly. This unique setting allowed the philosophy to develop and expand beyond its original boundaries. Siddhartha Gautama, Buddhism's founder, transformed spiritual understanding across Asia. Born a prince, he was sheltered from life's harsh realities. His privileged existence changed after 4 eye-opening encounters. At 29, Siddhartha left royal life to understand human suffering. He practiced extreme asceticism for 6 years. This taught him physical deprivation wasn't the path to spiritual freedom. At 35, Siddhartha achieved enlightenment under a pipal tree in Bodh Gaya. His teachings focused on the 4 noble truths and the Eightfold Path. These principles offer a path to end suffering and achieve inner peace. For 45 years, Siddhartha shared his insights across northeastern India. He taught that our life is shaped by our mind. We become what we think. The Buddhist teachings continue to inspire millions worldwide. The Mauryan Empire transformed ancient India's religious landscape. It spread Buddhist teachings across the subcontinent and beyond. This powerful empire was crucial in Buddhism's expansion. Emperor Ashoka played a key role in spreading Buddhism. He ruled from 268 BCE to 232 BCE. After the brutal Kalinga conquest, Ashoka had a spiritual awakening. Ashoka's commitment to Buddhism showed in his famous edicts. These stone inscriptions are among India's oldest deciphered original texts. They offer key insights into his religious and philosophical views. The emperor's missionary efforts were groundbreaking. He sent Buddhist missionaries to Sri Lanka, northwest India, and Central Asia. This strategy helped Buddhism grow from a local belief to a world religion. The Silk Road was a network of ancient trade routes connecting Eurasia. It spread cultural practices, religious ideas, and economic exchange. The network stretched about 6,437 kilometers, linking distant cultures. The Silk Road was more than just a trade route. It became a cultural corridor where world events and cultural heritage met. Traders traveled these routes from 130 BCE to 1453 CE. Buddhist monks and merchants spread their teachings on these trade routes. They introduced new spiritual ideas to different regions. This changed local cultural landscapes. The Silk Road allowed for an amazing exchange of goods and ideas. Traders moved silk, tea, horses, and precious metals across regions. They also shared religious philosophies and artistic techniques. Buddhism's journey through Central Asia is a captivating tale of spiritual expansion. This region was crucial for cultural exchange. It allowed Buddhism to spread from India to far-off lands. The Silk Road helped Buddhism spread in Central Asia. Archaeologists have found proof of Buddhist influence in several areas. These include Turpan, Shanshan, Kashgar, Kuka, Yarkand, and Khotan. Buddhism showed great flexibility in Central Asia. It blended with local cultures and beliefs. The Dharmakaptaka sect was key in setting up Buddhist traditions across the region. Central Asian monasteries were lively centers of learning and spiritual practice. Navavihara in Balkh became the main hub for Buddhist studies. Buddhism thrived here until the 11th century, especially under Uyghur Turk support. Buddhism emerged as a transformative force in ancient civilizations. It journeyed from India to China, reshaping philosophical and spiritual landscapes. This cultural exchange left a lasting impact on Chinese society. India and China's early contacts sparked an intellectual migration. Buddhist texts introduced complex spiritual concepts to China. These ideas challenged existing traditions and transformed Chinese philosophical thought. Buddhist monks were key in spreading religious teachings across China. They translated and interpreted profound philosophical ideas. Their efforts allowed Buddhism to take root in Chinese culture. China's Buddhist population grew significantly over time. By 2018, 42 million adults identified with Buddhism. Additionally, 362 million believed in Buddhist principles. Buddhism's journey through Chinese history shows a complex religious transformation across imperial periods. Its influence shifted dramatically through successive dynasties, creating a nuanced spiritual development narrative. The Han Dynasty was a turning point for Buddhism in China. Religious exchanges on the Silk Road brought Buddhist teachings to Chinese society. From 206 BCE to 220 CE, Buddhism slowly integrated into Chinese culture. The Tang Dynasty was Buddhism's most successful era in Chinese history. From 618 CE to 907 CE, imperial support boosted Buddhist practices into mainstream culture. Monasteries thrived during this time. The Song Dynasty saw Buddhism's influence slowly fade. From 960 CE to 1279 CE, Neo-Confucian ideas challenged Buddhist dominance. The religious landscape changed as state support decreased. Buddhism reshaped Korean society, philosophy, and art. It arrived on the Korean peninsula, deeply influencing its cultural heritage. This spiritual force transformed the region's landscape. Buddhism entered Korea in the 3rd century CE. It marked a pivotal moment in the region's spiritual journey. The 3 Korean kingdoms embraced Buddhism at different times. Buddhism greatly impacted Korean art and culture. Monasteries became hubs of learning and cultural growth. The religion introduced complex philosophical ideas that changed Korean thinking. Korean rulers played a key role in spreading Buddhism. During the Goryeo period, it became the state ideology. King Chinhung used Buddhist ideas to strengthen royal power. Buddhism arrived in Japan during the mid-6th century. It brought new ideas that changed the country's spiritual landscape. This marked a key moment in Japan's religious history. Korean immigrants first brought Buddhist teachings to Japan. The Soga clan, with Korean roots, helped Buddhism gain early acceptance. In 587 CE, the Japanese government officially recognized Buddhism. Prince Shotoku was crucial in spreading Buddhism. He built 46 Buddhist monasteries and temples during his rule. His efforts greatly shaped Buddhism's impact on Japanese society. Japan saw the rise of several important Buddhist schools. The first 6 major sects were Kusha, Sanrin, Ritsu, Jojitsu, Keigun, and Hasso. Buddhism remains a big part of Japanese culture today. Zen Buddhism is a profound spiritual tradition that transformed Eastern thought. It emerged in China as a unique approach to understanding consciousness and inner peace. This cultural heritage has influenced art, literature, and philosophy across East Asia. Zen's roots trace back to an intricate historical journey. Chan Buddhism arrived in Japan in the 13th century, becoming a significant spiritual movement. From the 14th to 16th centuries, Zen became Japan's most prominent Buddhist tradition. Zen's philosophy evolved through Chinese and Japanese cultural interactions. The Song dynasty established strict monastic rules and scholarly practices. Key texts like the Blue Cliff Record shaped Zen's intellectual framework. Zen Buddhism greatly influenced Japanese art. Zen monks pioneered ink monochrome painting, starting with Zen patriarchs. Rusticity and natural imperfection became hallmarks of Japanese artistic expression. Buddhism's journey across Southeast Asia is a tale of spiritual transformation. It spread its influence over diverse regions from the early first millennium. The tradition adapted to local practices, creating a rich cultural tapestry. Southeast Asia's Buddhist presence shows remarkable diversity and resilience. The region hosts about 190 to 205 million Buddhists. This represents 35 to 38% of the global Buddhist population. Buddhism reached Thailand through trade routes and cultural exchanges. By the late 13th century, Theravada Buddhism had firmly rooted itself in the region. The Santi Asok movement, started in 1975, shows Buddhism's ongoing evolution in Thailand. Myanmar's Buddhist landscape reflects rich historical changes. The Theravada reform movement emerged in the 11th century. It drew from the cultural heritage of the Mon people. Buddhism has transformed Western countries in recent centuries. It has reshaped North America's spiritual landscape. In the U.S., Buddhist communities have grown, mixing immigrants and converts. Key figures sparked interest in Buddhism in the West. Sir Edwin Arnold's The Light of Asia introduced Buddhist concepts to Westerners. It sold up to 1 million copies. Meditation and mindfulness are now popular in Western societies. A fourth turning of the wheel of Dharma suggests a new Western Buddhism. This adapts modern rationalistic and scientific thinking into Buddhist philosophy. Buddhist teachers have spread teachings to Western audiences. The Buddhist Churches of America represent Japanese Pure Land Buddhism in the U.S. These teachers bridge cultural gaps, making Buddhist practices more accessible. Buddhism has faced big challenges throughout history. It has adapted to complex world events and changed its story across different places. The religion has been tested by politics, internal splits, and the effects of globalization. Buddhism has faced big political challenges in many countries. In Sri Lanka and Burma, tensions have grown between Buddhist and Muslim groups. Politics often mixes with spiritual practices, making things complex. The traditional monk system has changed a lot. In Korea, fewer young men are becoming monks. The number has dropped by 30 to 50% in recent decades. Globalization has changed Buddhist practices in big ways. New Buddhism tries to fit with modern issues like Western thinking and environmental concerns. Buddhist ideas are now part of talks about money, ethics, and nature. Buddhism adapts to global challenges, blending ancient wisdom with modern contexts. It shows resilience by embracing social engagement and technological innovations. These changes reflect its lasting impact on world events. Modern Buddhists are changing traditional practices to address social and environmental issues. This shift moves from quiet contemplation to active spiritual engagement. They focus on social justice, environmental protection, and community development projects. Digital platforms are changing how Buddhist teachings and practices are shared. Technology spreads Buddhist philosophy through online meditation apps and virtual retreats. These tools help practitioners connect worldwide and adapt traditions to modern life. Buddhism's future looks bright, with modernist interpretations drawing new followers worldwide. The religion keeps adapting while staying true to its core philosophical principles. Buddhism has transformed global understanding and cultural perspectives. Its legacy influences philosophical thought and personal spiritual practices worldwide. With 487 million followers, Buddhism is a significant spiritual force across the globe. Buddhism's history shows remarkable adaptation and resilience. It spread from India to Asia and Western nations, keeping its core principles. Scholarly networks and research institutions have improved understanding of Buddhist teachings. Buddhism inspires modern spiritual and philosophical discussions. Its focus on mindfulness and compassion appeals to those seeking deeper meaning. The religion adapts to different cultures while maintaining its core principles. Buddhism has greatly impacted our understanding of consciousness and ethics. It bridges cultural divides and offers insights into human experiences. The tradition remains meaningful in the 21st century. Dive deeper into the fascinating world of Buddhism. Like this video, subscribe to our channel for more historical explorations, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What aspects of Buddhism's journey intrigue you the most? Let's discuss.